Yo, what's up YouTube? PokeDev here with ya. Probably wondering what's in this deck box. What deck did I cook up? Well, first of all, before we get into that, be sure to smash that like button, turn on all notifications, and be sure to comment what you think. So we will get this deck out, and we will do a breakdown. We built a Mega Kangaskhan EX deck, featuring Mega Absol EX. So we're going to go down this deck by each card. First off, we have Mega Kangaskhan. Let me get the light adjusted here. There we go. The ability Run Errand. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may use this ability and draw 2 cards. You can only use this ability once each turn. And then the attack on it for 3 colorless energy, rapid fire combo, 200 plus, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 50 more damage for each heads. And the HP on Mega Kangaskhan is 300, but you'll see when we get further into the deck what you can get on this. So it's 2 copies of Mega Kangaskhan. Next up, we have Mega Absol EX. For 1 darkness and 1 colorless, terminal period, if your opponent's active Pokemon has exactly 6 damage counters on it, that Pokemon is knocked out. And then for 2 darkness and 1 colorless, Claw of Darkness, 200 damage, your opponent reveals their hand and you discard a card you find there. So say if they're running a Charizard deck and you find a Charizard, have them discard Charizard. And Mega Absol has 280 HP. Now, the only thing different about the Megas this time compared to the other EXs is if they are knocked out, your opponent will take 3 prize cards instead of the standard 2. So we are officially running 2 copies of Mega Absol. I am trying to build this deck off of Tord Reklev's deck from Milwaukee Regionals, so I'm still tweaking it. Next up, we got 3 copies of Monkey Dory, for Adrenabrain. So if we have any damage counters on our Pokemon, use Adrenabrain with that darkness energy to move them to your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. But be sure to put it onto the active Pokemon. That way you can use Mega Absol's terminal, just lost my train of thought. Terminal period. So we are running 3 copies of Mega Absol. Next up, we have Blood Moon Ursaluna. This is basically now the new Radiant Charizard. So this will do 1 colorless energy less for each prize card your opponent has taken, for a combo of 240 damage. So that's 1 Blood Moon Ursaluna. Next up, we have Pekkarunt EX. So once during your turn, you may switch one of your bench Darkness Pokemon, except any Pekkarunt EX with your active Pokemon. If you do, the new active Pokemon is now poisoned. You can't use more than 1 Subgrading Chains ability each turn. And then if you decide to use his attack, it's 2 darkness, irritated outburst. For 60 times, this attack does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Then we got, of course, the very popular Pheasantipity for Flip the Script. Once during your turn, if your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards. Let me move these up, that way you guys can see the deck. So far we got 2 Mega Kangaskhans, 2 Mega Absols, a Blood Moon Ursaluna, Pekkarunt EX, 3 Monkeys, 1 Pheasantipity. Next up, we got, to really tick your opponents off, Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon for the Cornerstone stance. Prevent all damage done from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. So we got 2 copies. For Free Retreat, Latias EX. And the very, very popular Psyduck with the ability Damp. Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, lose any ability that requires the Pokemon using it to knock out itself. So this comes in handy if your opponent is running the Dusknoir. Lost my train of thought. It's Monday. So this will turn off Dusknoir. And if anyone's in the mood for fish, to find a supporter card, we got Tatsugiri for the Attract Customers ability. Alright, so this is our entire Pokemon. So we got 2 Mega Kangaskhan, 2 Mega Absols, 1 Blood Moon, 1 Pecharunt, 2 Cornerstone Masks, 3 Monkey Dories, a Pheasantipity, Tatsugiri, Psyduck, and Latias EX. And again, I will put the deck list in the description. Oh, and we are also running 2 Yveltals. So the attacks Clutch for 1 Darkness Energy, 20 damage during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. And then Dark Feather for 110 damage. So as I was saying, I will put the deck list in the description. I'll also put a link to it as well. Just be sure to, if you're using a computer, copy that deck list and you'll see where I got it from. Alright, next up we're going to go through our trainers and our item and tool cards. We got Unfair Stamp. You can use this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand in their deck, then you draw 5 cards, your opponent draws 2 cards. Nest Ball, pretty simple. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. That's 2 copies. Actually, 3 copies, I should say. 4 copies. I was wrong. So don't quote me there. 4 copies of Nest Ball. Alright, we got Lily's Determination. Very, very playable. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6 cards. If you have exactly 6 prize cards remaining, draw 8 cards instead. So we got 3 copies of Lily's Determination. 4 copies. I messed up again. 1 copy of Mega Signal EX. Search your deck for a Mega Evolution Pokemon. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. Search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put those cards on top in any order. So we got 2 copies of Cypher Maniac. Enhanced Hammer. Discard a special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. Boss's Orders. It's pretty simple. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. 3 copies of Boss's Orders. 2 copies of Counter Catcher. You can use this card only if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. 2 copies of Energy Switch. Pretty straightforward. Move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. We got Gold Chicken McNugget Bravery Charm. Basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets 50 HP. So if you attach it to Mega Kangaskhan, that's 350 HP. Or Mega Absol, that's 330 HP. I am going to replace Town Store with the Lively Stadium because that does give another 30 HP to every basic Pokemon. So instead of 350 on Mega Kangaskhan, that is 380 HP. So it makes Mega Kangaskhan a tank. Pokegear 3.0. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a supporter card you find there. Put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Got 2 copies of Penny. So if we want to refresh, put one of your basic Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand. Iono. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. If either player put any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. Night Stretcher. We got put a Pokemon or a basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. Very playable. We are going to, like I said, I'm tweaking this deck around. So we will be putting another 2 copies of Arven in the deck. Search your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So you want to make sure on this one you go second. That way you can use Arven right away and look for your Bravery Charms. Also, we got TM Turbo Energize. So search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. Got 2 copies. Energies, we got 7 Darkness. Got 1 Fighting Energy from base set 2. And then we got 2 Mist Energies. So prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. So this does come in handy. So again, that is my deck breakdown for Mega Kanga, I'm going to call it Mega Absol box or Tord Reklev box, which again, I am tweaking it to be Tord's deck. Just got to get all the proper cards in. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, turn on all notifications, and subscribe. Would love to have you on my channel. Talk all things Pokemon. Let me know what deck you're playing, or what deck you want to build. But again, if you are starting off in the TCG side of the competitive scene, all decks have to be 60 cards. No more, no less. 60 cards. And also, too, if you guys haven't yet, be sure to pick up a copy of Pokemon Legends ZA. This game is absolutely amazing. It does feature Mega Pokemon. I've already got Mega Gardevoir and Mega Absol, but this game is absolutely amazing. It's the long-awaited sequel to Pokemon Legends Arceus. So, I'll just show you how big the map is in this game. This is how big the map is. And also, too, if you do get a copy of the game, you do get a Ralts holding a God of Right. Or I don't know how you say that. God of Right in your game. An early purchase bonus. So basically you'll be able to evolve, have Mega Gardevoir. So this is how big the map is. So, and ignore the Pokemon Violet as I am playing Legends ZA right now. So again, if you guys haven't already, be sure to pick up your copy of Pokemon Legends ZA at your nearest retailer, whether it be GameStop, Walmart, Target, anywhere. This game is fun. I did finally get Charmander, and now I finally do have him evolved all the way into Charizard. So I'm very happy with that. And ignore that. Alright, again, PokeDev saying be sure to hit that like button, turn on all notifications, and subscribe. Peace out.